Wait, stop scrolling. Ilia Malinin just posted on Instagram. Not a medal celebration, not a training clip, a photo with a girl, and he didn't say a single word about it. Her name is Hae-in. She's 20 years old, she's a figure skater from South Korea, and if you've been paying attention, you've already seen them together before. Because this isn't the first time. We're talking about the most dominant figure skater on the planet right now, the guy who literally invented a jump no one else can land, the guy who wins competitions by 50 points when everyone else fights over single digits. Ilia Malinin doesn't just post things without reason, and yet here he is, sharing a frame with Hae-in, both of them smiling at a competition event. No caption, no explanation, nothing. Fans lost it immediately. Within hours, people were pulling receipts, screenshots from the Olympics, footage from the World Championships, the two of them, more than once, more than coincidence, just together. And now this photo exists, publicly, intentionally posted by both of them. So what is actually going on here? Is this just two elite athletes being friendly? Or is there something more? And why would the most talked about skater in the world choose this exact moment after the most emotionally turbulent year of his career to let the world into something personal? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, everything is going to make sense. Let's rewind. His parents are both Olympic figure skaters, not just competitive skaters, actual Olympians. His mother, Tatiana Malinina, won the Grand Prix final in 1999. His father competed at the Olympic level too. Ilia didn't just grow up near skating. He grew up inside it with two people who understood exactly what it cost. He started skating at 6 years old. In September 2022, he changed the sport forever. At a Challenger Series event, Ilia Malinin landed a quadruple axel, a jump where you rotate 4.5 times in the air and land cleanly on one blade. Nobody had ever done it in competition in the entire history of the sport until Ilia Malinin was 17 and just did it. Like it was a Tuesday. Tara Lipinski, the 1,998 Olympic gold medalist, said she never thought she'd see it in her lifetime. He gave himself a nickname after that, Quad God, and nobody argued. But here's where the story gets complicated, because back in 2022, before all of this, Malinin finished second at U.S. Nationals, second place, which should have meant Beijing. It didn't. The selection committee left him off the Olympic team. He didn't go to Beijing. He's talked about it publicly, said that rejection didn't break him. It lit something. If it wasn't for that, he said, I don't think I'd be here. So he came back. And he came back with a vengeance. From 2023 onward, Malinin didn't just win, he made competition feel almost theoretical. 4 straight U.S. national titles, 3 straight Grand Prix finals, back-to-back World Championships in 2024 and 2025. At the 2025 Worlds in Boston, he became the first skater in history to land all 6 types of quadruple jumps in one program. The ISU had to invent a new award just for him, the Trailblazer on Ice, the first of its kind in the sport's history. His winning margins were sometimes 50 points. Competitors stopped competing for first, they competed for second. That's not commentary, that's just the math. By the time the 2026 Milan Olympics arrived, Ilia Malinin wasn't just the favorite, he was the only story. Nathan Chen was in the arena watching, so was Simone Biles. The most decorated gymnast in history showed up to watch figure skating because of this one 21-year-old kid from Virginia. And then February 13th happened. He went into the free skate with a 5-point lead. His rival Kagiyama had already skated and wasn't perfect. This was supposed to be the coronation. He landed his first jump clean. And then everything came apart. The Quad Axel, the jump that made him famous, he popped it. Instead of 4.5 rotations, he got 1. The crowd went quiet in a way that wasn't silence. It was confusion. Then the quad loop became a double. Then he fell. Then he fell again. By the time the music stopped, he had lost 72 points to mistakes. He finished 8th. 8th. The guy who won by 50 points. The guy who invented a jump no one else can land. 14 consecutive victories gone, more than 2 years unbeaten over. In one 4-minute program, he skated off the ice and put his head in his hands. When the score came up, he walked straight to Mikhail Shaidarov, the Kazakhstani skater who had just won gold, and hugged him. Genuinely. Without hesitation, the International Fair Play Committee noticed. They nominated Malinin for a Fair Play Award specifically because of that moment. When he spoke to reporters, he was brutally honest. "I blew it. No excuses, no deflection." He said the pressure of being the Olympic favorite was something he hadn't been ready for. All of this pressure, all of the media, it was too much to handle. A few days later, he posted on Instagram, not about results, a video switching between victory celebrations and him sitting with his head in his hands, and he wrote, "On the world's biggest stage, those who appear the strongest may still be fighting invisible battles on the inside." The skating world went quiet, because this was Ilia Malinin, 21 years old, having just experienced the most public collapse in his sport's recent history, being genuinely honest about it. No spin, no damage control, just the truth. Then he went to Prague for the 2026 World Championships, and he won for the 3rd time. Because that's the other part of this story. The fall at the Olympics didn't define him. He came back within weeks and stood on top of the world again. Now here's where Hae-in enters the picture. She's 20 years old, a competitive figure skater from South Korea, and she's been in the same spaces as Malinin consistently: Milan during the Olympics, the World Championships, the places where the world's best gather and compete and, apparently, spend time together off the ice. They were spotted together multiple times throughout the Olympic period. Then at Worlds. Then came the Instagram post, both of them together at an event, in a photo that neither felt the need to explain. In the world of elite athletes where every post is calculated and every public appearance carries weight, a joint Instagram post is not nothing. It's a choice. Think about the timing. Malinin just went through the most painful public moment of his career. He talked about invisible battles, he talked about pressure that was unreal, and now, in the quiet after the storm, he's sharing a photo with someone. Smiling. Present. Choosing to let the world see something personal for maybe the first time. Is it a relationship? Is it a friendship the internet is reading too deeply? Is it two young athletes finding genuine connection in a world where almost nobody else understands the specific, impossible pressure they live under every single day? He hasn't said. But here's what we do know. Ilia Malinin is not careless. He didn't accidentally become the most dominant skater in history. He doesn't do things without intention. So when he posts a photo, no caption, no explanation, he knows exactly what he's doing. And maybe that's the most interesting thing about this whole story. After a year of performance and pressure and public scrutiny, after falling on the biggest stage in the world and getting back up and winning a world championship weeks later, maybe this photo is just Ilia Malinin doing something he doesn't do very often. Being human. Being 21. Letting someone in. So here's what I want to know from you. Do you think this is something real between them, or are we all reading too deeply into it? Drop your take in the comments, the best one gets pinned. If this video gave you something, a like takes 2 seconds. Subscribe if you want the full story every time something like this breaks. Because with Ilia Malinin, the story is never finished. The Quad God is just getting started.